I don't have money to be filing lawsuits against every single person who restreams me or steals my content. Good news is I also don't care because I'm doing so well for myself. I have a great positive following. I get people who support all my content. Why would I care that they do that? I'll be successful every single day that I want to. No, they're not affecting me at all. Someone just asked. Someone brought it up, so I respond. I don't have money to be filing lawsuits against every single person who restreams me or steals my content. It's too frivolous, it's too time-consuming, and it's too expensive. That's number one. I'll be successful every single day that I want to. Good news is I also don't care because I'm doing so well.
Well, it seems that he did it again. Phil found himself back on live stream fails. I'm sure that we'll get some salt and some cope about it. So big ups, everybody. Of course, a lot to talk about, a lot to dive into. So let's start with a nice lengthy, by the way, because it was like the whole first stream of craziness. So let's get into a nice memology clip. Again, big ups. Glad everyone's here. Let's watch this bullshit.
George Urban says, remember how I complained about you playing Neo 3? Don't, it's trash. For me, Neo 3 is just going to be more of the same, if not, oh, they added one new element like it's an open world now, but it's just another Souls-like, and I'm tired of them. I would play so many other genres of games before I would play a Souls-like right now, unless it's really an official FromSoft game. I'm just tired of Souls-likes. I think the formula has become played out.
You know what I mean.
All right. So a few things. It looks like a few people in chat are saying, why don't I play Neo 3? And I've already explained it. I'll explain it again very briefly. Neo 1 I played. I think the playthrough did fine because it was the first kind of almost official Souls-like spin-off when you really think about it. It really was the first major one, okay? So it had some notoriety because of that, and it was quite challenging and a fun thing to watch. Neo 2, not so much. Neo 2 actually did not do very well. Oh, let me save the game and try.
Oh, if you're here for the crash out, you're right on time because I just started the clip. Again, this is memology from yesterday during Dragon Quest, Dragon Age, Dragonfire. Who the fuck cares? Some game that isn't making him any money, and he's really, really, really upset about it, and it's super funny.
This optional fight again.
Although, let's make this a little bit more tolerable. Even though it's a crash out, and you love to see it, and we all do. Let's make it a little bit more tolerable for everybody. We're going to go through this, and then we have to go over. I watched the Daily Fap from last night. Oh my God, it's so petty and salty and nasty. We're going to watch this. We're going to watch the Daily Fap. Then we're going to go over and see what he's getting into on Raw Phil.
Neo 2 did not do very well. When this was many years ago, Neo 2, actually everyone complained that it was boring, that it was more of the same, that people were tired of it, and it was just too repetitive, and it was too long. And even though I toughed my way through it and I beat it, people didn't like it. The whole second half of the playthrough barely got attendance or support, and everyone complained the entire time.
Thank you to the person who sent me all the advice. Some people in stream chat are yelling and screaming, go fuck yourselves. Seriously, I mean that. I'm tired of it. So, I played the game, honestly, up to this point, using everything I've learned. I'm still succeeding, I'm winning. Someone gives me a little bit of advice, says, Phil, just tweak what you're doing a little bit more, it'll make the game, a little bit easier for you. Try these different things. Okay, I'll try them. You took advice, you fucker, you did it. Fuck off.
Now Neo 3 is out. Do you really think that the third one after the second one that already failed and people didn't like is going to do better than the second one? No, it's not. It's going to be the same thing. I'll buy it, we'll play it 1 to 2 streams, everyone will be bored and complain, so I'm not wasting my time. It's that simple, okay? I'm not even saying it's a bad game. Yeah, exactly, bro. He says, supposedly it's a good game. I'm not even saying it's a bad game. I'm just saying I've already tried this game. Like, I've already played it. The second one didn't work. Why on earth would the third one work? You know what I mean? Okay, folks, so let's take a brief break. I'm just going to run downstairs and make a coffee quickly, and then I'm going to come back, and we're going to continue on. Now, we have had no support whatsoever since I started playing Dragon Quest 7. Nothing. Every piece of support has come in since before I started playing. So, can we get some support for Dragon Quest 7 again? If you like JRPGs, you like chill vibes, you want to relax with me during these afternoons when I play this game, I do need people to support the playthrough. I can't have an afternoon where I make 20 bucks. So.
But I thought we were all just allowed to, like, chill out and relax. This doesn't feel very, I don't know about y'all, but I'm not very relaxed right now.
Anything appreciated, whether it's a super chat, a tip, something on Kick. We have 0 support on Kick today. 0.
Literally 0.
And already, I can say yesterday was an.
Didn't you tell them, like, the day before yesterday that they could eat your ass? Kiss your hairy ass? Something that has to do with your ass. Gee, I can't imagine why they're not just, like, throwing money at you.
Awful support day on Kick. Anything appreciated. Kicks or a sub, anything. All right? So I'll be right back with a coffee. We'll play for another hour. Then I'll probably go on my real break. And then we'll probably play for another hour. Okay? So I'll be right back. I'm just going to.
Hourly breaks. God damn. Thought you were like 45, not 75. Christ.
So let the music play out because it's nice. There's no point. Because it's only gonna be like a minute or two.
It's very true, normal Jinx.
So I'll be right back, okay? All right. All right, guys, let's continue. So I'm gonna play, like I said, my wife will probably be home in about an hour, and then I'll go on the real break with her, and then after that, probably another hour. We'll see what happens, but, you know me, I'm honest. I'm disappointed. I like this game a lot. It's chill fun. I wish that people would come by and hang out with me and enjoy an RPG. Instead, everyone just sits here, complains, and asks for Neo 3, which isn't gonna work, because we already fucking played the first two, and it didn't work. So what it is right now, there's not a lot going on in the realm of games. Can we be honest? There's not. The stuff that's coming out is more small time, nothing major focused, nothing huge AAA that's really hitting it or working. Neo 3 comes out, it's a AAA game. Oh, play Neo 3. No, it's a waste.
So when you play Resident Evil for like 4 streams and then nobody cares anymore, because I heard that Resident Evil was like 15 to 20 hours. So I'm going to get it, and I'm going to play it the day that it comes out. And it's got Leon, so I don't know if I'll be able to like stop playing the game, but like 20 hours. Okay, so I will probably finish that. When's it come out? 20. Okay. So when it comes out, I will probably finish the game like within 7 days. Like, dude, you're going to play Resident Evil the day it comes out. And you're only going to play it once, and you're not going to play it again for 5 days. And in 5 days, when you go to play it again, I will have already beaten it. And so will everybody fucking else. So not only do you do these long-winded, boring-ass, shitty fucking playthroughs, you drag this shit out like entirely too long. Find the games that are like, I don't know, 5 to 10 hours at most. Do like 3 streams of them and then just like fucking let the shit go, you know?
The time. Sitting on here on stream, screaming at me, demanding I play other
Jackson, thanks for the membership. Time flies. Indeed it does. I appreciate you being a member for 10 months.
games. Like, oh, I want to see Phil play Code Vein. I want to see Phil play Astro Chain. Why is he playing? Why is he playing Wily Wars? Why is he playing old games? Why is he doing? Shut the fuck up. All right? It's a game I buy, play it twice, have to drop it. This, at least, people ask me to give it a shot. I am. It looks like it's not going to work. Can we be honest? I don't think it's going to work. Here we are, an hour into the game. I received 0. Nothing for the game at all. So we have another 2 hours, basically, to see if people will actually...
As far as I know, I'm going to stream Resident Evil. I have made a gaming channel. I haven't said anything about it on here because I don't do anything on it right now. I've done a couple of test streams or whatever, but yeah, I've got a gaming channel that's ready to go because I don't want to mix like the gaming with Phil. Not that you can't come and hang out in the gaming channel and talk shit about Phil. You totally can. But I'm not going to start like streaming games and stuff like on here. I don't know. I find like I need a little like of like separation. I don't know how to say it. But yes, I will.
support Dragon Quest 7. I'm going to keep playing it and hopefully enjoying it, but this might be the final stream of it, and it sucks if it is. You know? It does suck if it is. You know, I know there's nothing I can do. And at this point, you know, to be
Can't promise I'm going to be any good at it, and I'll probably play it on easy, so do with that what you will.
honest, I don't know if I'm going to try RPGs anymore.
I can't pick up any game and just play it like a pro like Phil, so you guys just might want to watch, you might want to stick to Phil's playthrough.
Be like, well, RPGs just don't really work unless it's a humongous major one, and even then. Remember Final Fantasy 7 that I tried 2 years ago, did not work. So it might just be that, sadly, the audience for RPGs just isn't my audience anymore. They went away, and that's sad to think, because I love RPGs, man, but I can't make people show up for them. I certainly can't make people watch them, and I can't make people support them. Can't. Nothing I can really do about it, right? Sucks, right? All right, well, let's continue. Here we go. Someone took the $1.50, says, can we swap to Deadlock? We're not swapping, but if this ends up not working today, I guess we're done. It sucks. Like, I like the playthrough to make this very clear to everyone. I like this game. I love classic JRPGs, but everyone who's...
Toxie's going to start Resident Evil, play Resident Evil, finish Resident Evil. Consider Mr. Toxic to open the marriage for Leon, marry Leon, and pay her own bills before Phil gets through the tutorial. Oh, that actually made me start crying.
He's just sitting here complaining. Seriously, there's a few people who seem to be liking it in YouTube chat.
Like, the shit just, like, takes too long. Like, any game that's, like, 40, 50, 60 hours, like, no. Like, he should never play that. Why would you tell us to watch him? Because I don't, like, find myself as a very entertaining, like, streamer. I'll give it a shot, but, like, I'm going to suck at it or whatever. But he's going to play it the day it comes out, and then he's not going to play it for, like, 5 days or whatever, when nobody cares anymore. I mean, but that's the way it always goes with this guy, is a fucking, like, day late and $1 short.
Which is nice to appreciate, to have a few people who are...
He'll be like, okay, cool. Thanks for hanging out for this brand new fucking Resident Evil game. So, tonight we're going to play RimWorld.
Here for the game they like. But in general, everyone on Kick is complaining. Most people on YouTube are complaining, and no one is supporting. So yeah, it's failing, and I don't know what to say. Like, this is a fully rebuilt game from the ground up. Gorgeous graphics, right? Gameplay elements are sound compared, turn-based RPG. I don't know what to tell you guys. I just don't seem to have the audience for these games anymore. It sucks. I like this game. I really do.
How many times are we going to do this with these RPGs? Merrill, thanks for the 220. Great number, that 220. Where are the water pills for all the sodium? How many times are we going to have this conversation? These JRPGs don't do good on my channel. Hey guys, we're gonna play another one. We're gonna play another game. It's just like the last one that you didn't like.
No one's even tagging me or talking to me. It's all troll shit. Dumb shit, complaining about the game and saying dumb shit instead of acting like they're older than 5 years old.
Now we've reached the crash out. No one's even talking to me.
So it's kind of hard to
Are you talking to anybody? Or are you just like ranting at people?
enjoy myself when I don't have an interactive audience that wants to chill, but instead just wants to bitch. No one, like literally no one is talking to me. Everyone's having their own conversations about bullshit. What are you talking about? Dab Hands, you're one of the few who are being positive today, just so you know. He says, I love Dragon Quest across the board, but I just can't afford to support it. And I understand that. At least you're here.
Well, then who needs you fucking brokey? Get out of here. What, am I streaming these games for free?
And you're talking positively and we're chilling, right? And that's very much appreciated. Seriously. Gordon Cole says, I like the game, but I think
He has this JRPG Meltdown yearly. I agree, Kaylee. I think he does, but it's like, then stop doing this, dickhead.
that it's not the most fun game to watch, and most RPGs suffer from this problem. Listen, Dragon Quest 11, I played and was able to play the entirety of the game in full, had a great time with the audience, everyone chilled and relaxed, and enjoyed. I don't know what else to say. Like, I don't get it because it's completely inconsistent. You could say, oh, well, RPGs just don't work. Well,
Am I being too optimistic, but doesn't it feel like the end is near? I don't think you're necessarily too optimistic. I think a lot of people are hopeful, I guess, that the end is near for Philipper. Something has gone on with his two big whales, OIC, which I just call Ryan because that's his name, and Iron Cuck. I don't know what Iron Cuck's name is, or I would call him his name. I don't know what's happened to those two because those were the saving grace right there, but for some reason, they're not around. I've been hearing rumors that something happened to like crypto or something. I don't keep up with that, so I don't know anything about it, but something about like something bad happened with like Bitcoin or crypto or something, and like that's how one of those dudes gets their money, or both of those dudes, or something like that, and like that's why they're not around. But honestly, your guess is as good as mine, which I think is as good as like anybody else's. But for some reason, Ryan has made a small appearance, and I don't think I've seen Iron Cuck. So Iron Cuck was in crypto and it crashed. He can't put out. Oh, you hate to see it. Senior Chewy, thanks for the 5, honey. I appreciate you. Nothing screams success like yelling at your customers that they're not giving you money. Oh, just wait till we get to the daily FAP from last night. That is some wild shit.
sometimes they do. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they don't. I don't get it. It's always inconsistent. I can never plan around it. I never know
Iron Cuck was a crypto bro. He's coinless.
if I can play one or not. I always question it. I told you guys I questioned if I was going to be able to play this, and now here we are. And it's dead already.
What crashed out more, Phil or Bitcoin? Phil. Hands down, Phil. Now, like I say, he's been shittier. He's been worse, but you can tell that this is bothering him, and nothing makes it sweeter than when he goes, but it's not a big deal. It's okay.
Right? It's freaking dead. It sucks. I don't want it to be dead. I want to have fun. I want to chill with you guys.
I've heard that Ryan was a crypto bro. Then somebody else said that he was in like IT or something like that. I mean, I wish I knew, and I'm sure that there are maybe some people who like have more like information than I do,
But no one will even talk about the game. No one will even talk to me in a normal conversation. It's just bitching, and it pisses me off. So this isn't it? No. What the hell is the Shoreside Shrine? What are they talking about? Dab Hands, I know. He says, I love JRPGs on this channel. If you ever get back to Metaphor, Suikoden 2, or even Lost Odyssey, I'd be here with bells on. Yeah, and I appreciate you being here for RPGs. But so Dab Hands, you're here. You like the game. Gordon Cole is here. He says he likes the game, right? But you.
So where's your money, assholes? Stalking Tiger did a $19 dono yesterday that broke this man's spirit. He told him he looks at him as an employee and only tips when he plays the stuff that he likes. Does anybody have a timestamp? Does anybody have a timestamp for that? Because I'd love to see that. I heard too that Abdullah, or whatever the guy's name is, said something about, and I think we'll see it here, something about, well, I like Street Fighter, but you're not playing Street Fighter, so I'm not going to give you anything. And then that leads to the whole thing of this that really gets humorous, where he goes, well, okay, but you might not like this game, but you like some of the games that I play. So like, why don't you just like give me some money anyway? I thought, what job in this world do you have where you can just be like, okay, so today I'm going to come into work and like do some shit that like you probably don't like. And instead of firing me, like you could just like give me some money anyway. So this is memeology.
You guys can agree. You see what I'm saying? That the majority of people in chat are complaining. It's not me making that up. And that we have 22 bucks of support, out of which $1 arrived during the game. Right? So I'm not making this up.
I will try to see, obviously not right this very second, but I will try to see if I can find that dono. Stalking Tiger. Okay, $19 dono. I can find that.
You know,
It might take a little, it's just going to take a little time. It's not difficult, just time consuming, which that's fine.
This is reality. This is not Phil's lying and he's raging.
But I know a couple of people said, like, you're playing this. I don't like this. Like, I'll, you know, like, I'll get you to dance for nickels when you're doing something I like.
Wage quitting and he's doing, you know. Where the fuck is the Shoreside Shrine? What are they talking about? What is a Shoreside Shrine? It doesn't exist.
I don't believe for a second that Phil really loves RPGs. They're just fairly mellow for the most part. They're kind of like, there's not too much pressure, I guess is a good way to say it.
This.
OIC is a well-off, mentally unwell IT dude. Iron Cuck's a crypto bro. Damn, sucks to suck.
Here? There's a shrine in this town?
I was on Pig Go last night and this morning, and it's like Pig Go hasn't updated for a while because there was something specific I wanted to do a video about, and I was struggling to. I needed like the last couple weeks specifically, and I know that Phil said the phrase I typed into Pig Go, but it's like it hasn't been updated. But you are right. I could look to see if it's got the timestamp.
2 years? 3?
Thank you to Captain DCW who did a $5 super chat and says, this isn't much, but here you go. Hope you can continue playing. Thank you, Captain. I appreciate that, man.
Was it during Dragon Quest or was it during the nighttime stream? Because hell, it could be in Memology's video.
No, here's the truth. Here's what I'm thinking, right?
Those are his only whales. He's got some dolphins. He's got some that can drop some big, like Jax Raxter will be good for $100. Like once every 6 months. You know, none of these dolphins, even though they can drop, like NDO used to drop $100 here and there, and Guitar Player, but they're not around enough. And, you know, these two dudes, you know, Only Iced Coffee and Iron Chef Sakai are essentially given $50,000 a year. What Phil is giving to, you know, Scopely is basically what like each one of these dudes is giving him to get to that $100K a year. I just don't think anybody else can keep up with that. Does anybody know anything about like Iron Chef Sakai or Only Iced Coffee? Like, are they just like bums that live like paycheck to paycheck and like all of their extra money goes to him? Or are they making like $500,000 a year, and to throw this asshole $50,000 is like nothing? Like, is this a Timbo Slice, like I'm living in my car kind of situation just to give this dude money? Or I assume not.
Is there an audience for these games? Yes, there is. There is, because if there was no audience, I wouldn't have been able to play Clair Obscur. I wouldn't have ever been able to play a Yakuza game. I wouldn't have been able to play Suikoden 1 last year. I wouldn't have been able to play the original Dragon Quest 11. But here's what I think. The audience for these games come and go, and if there are more high-profile, prominent games like this, the audience tends to stay. If there's not, they tend to go. And there aren't always high-priority, high-profile RPGs like this, right? There just aren't. Sometimes there are, sometimes there aren't. There's a lot of RPGs, but they're not always like the big ones, okay? And I think what's happened is, over the years, I've cultivated more of an audience where either you guys just want to see a weird game, a unique game, or hang out with me, rather than just a game that fits a formula. And this game 100% is fitting the classic JRPG formula. I just don't have a giant supportive audience of people who like this genre. And, let's also be honest, I get troll support. Absolutely I do, right? And the trolls are not going to support this playthrough. The trolls will support playthrough where they feel like they're going to get clips. They're going to get some kind of reaction out of me, emotion. This is more of a chill game.
Well, in that case, you should have made $500 off this stream,
You're
bro.
not going to get Phil Rages playing Dragon Quest 7. So you're never going to get any troll support either. So it's a factor of, there just isn't a wide range of JRPG fans who are going to come by every one of these streams to support them. And I'm never going to get that element of the support that I get from those who like to see me get worked up. It's just a shame because I love this. And again, I still remember very much the Dragon Quest 11 playthrough. One of my favorite I've ever done in my entire history as a YouTuber. It was lengthy, but we had regulars who came by every stream who supported them. We talked, we hung out. We treated it like a chill hangout stream atmosphere instead of it just being about the game. It totally worked. There were streams that were slow, don't get me wrong, but there were definitely awesome, amazing streams too. That's why I played it in its entirety and had such a great time with that playthrough, and I think it still stands out as one of the best RPGs I've ever played when it comes to an interactive audience and chill vibes and stuff like that. But I don't think that that's prominent anymore. You know what I mean? It seems like people are looking for other stuff, especially because that's not often that you see games like that. Like, I think Clair Obscur would have been the one from last year, but now here.
What happened to the audience doesn't want me to rage anymore? They want the chill stuff. They want the mellow stuff. They want the more laid back stuff. And then you started playing Truck Sim, and then it was, well, this, you know, this chill stuff doesn't really work. And it's like, we just go back and forth. Like, at what point are you going to realize it's not the games, bro?
We are, and this is an older game being remade, and people don't get hyped for it. I can't make people show up. I just can't. You know, I don't know what else I could say. The attendance today on YouTube seems good, yet the chat's dead and everyone's complaining. Does that make sense? No. So how do you even know? How do I even know that half of these viewers aren't view bots right now? You know, everyone on Kick, there's not a single person on Kick today who said,
I don't think he barely cracked over 200 people that were watching him play this. No. That was RimWorld. My bad.
They like this game. Everyone is just sitting there complaining and saying to play other stuff. And there's nothing much I can even do about that, right? I can't. So, and for the record, these idiots in Kick Chat saying, why don't you fake tip yourself? Because I've never fake tip myself. You're just a bunch of fucking morons. Morons. Complete fucking morons. What a waste of everybody's time. If I fake tip myself, don't you think I would do it right now? I don't fake tip myself, you stupid idiots. I never have. You just made it up because you're jealous that I'm successful. Oh, I totally understand that. Productions of Man says people like to have streams like this in the background. I get that. Listen, and
Funny, he was at $75 last night in RimWorld and going nowhere fast. And a miraculous $75 anonymous dono came out of nowhere. Magically, it got him to 150. I wouldn't know what the significance of that number would be.
I get it. I like the chill vibe, but at the same time, if people are just having it in the background and don't talk or whatever, that's fine too. That's not really the issue. The issue is I need people to understand that I want to play this game.
Does someone really viewbot him for like that minimal? Like, I just don't the whole viewbotting thing. I just truly don't understand.
But you have to actually support it just like any other thing that I do. So again, here I am playing it because people told me to get it. Like, no lie, people were like, are you playing Dragon Quest 7? It'd be great to play Dragon Quest 7. Are you gonna get to play it? Like, I don't know if it's gonna work because these RPGs aren't doing very well. And then people are like, no, come on, you gotta try us. All right, I'll give it a shot. Why not? Let's do it. And now here we are. You know, kind of like I kind of knew what was gonna happen. I don't know why I always fall for it. Oh, Dola says, well, if this were a Street Fighter 6 stream, I would tip $50. So you're gonna.
Here it is. So if this was a Street Fighter stream, I would tip $50. And here's what we get. I was listening to this. This is what like drove me crazy.
Be here tomorrow night for Street Fighter 6 when I'm playing with Dalzim for the first time, because that would be great. Well, here's the other thing too. All right, to be honest here. So Dola just says, well, tomorrow night I can try, but I enjoy your Street Fighter 6 streams. So if you like Street Fighter 6, you like the content on the channel, you just don't particularly like this stream, right? Then why don't you support anyway? Because if you can't be here tomorrow night, at least say, hey, here's $50 just so you know. This is for Street Fighter.
It's like going into a sandwich shop, okay? And you want a turkey sandwich. And they say, well, I don't have turkey today. I have ham. And you say, oh well, that sucks. I don't want a ham sandwich. I want a turkey sandwich. So, okay. If I have time, I'm not sure if I'm going to have time tomorrow. I'll come by. Well, now, wait a minute. It's like they look at you and say, well, don't you just want to pay for the turkey sandwich now? I know that you might not be back to get the turkey sandwich, but like, don't you want to just pay for it? I know that all I have is a ham sandwich and I know you want the turkey sandwich, but surely you could just leave the money for the turkey. And then really whether or not you come back tomorrow to me is inconsequential because I got your money, dummy. Like, that's what this is. Like, well, why don't you, like, do we have to prepay for shit now?
I really like Street Fighter 6. Please keep it up. I think what's happening now is people are coming by specifically whenever they can, but then they don't like a game I'm playing. Oh, well, I'll support later, but then you don't show up for Street Fighter 6. You know? Just saying, like, that would help a ton if people would do that. But I just don't get it. I really don't.
In all fairness, though, I don't know why you would say something like that to somebody. If this was Street Fighter, I'd give you $50. Like, yeah, the deep, like, greed comes out of him, sure, but it's like, I don't know. That's one of those, like, why don't you just be quiet?
Oh, now here come the trolls. All right, goodbye. Here we go. Just because I said something that makes fucking sense, now the trolls come out and start insulting me. Look at this.
All right, here we go. Kurosawa Kid did 100-bit cheers. What's the most expensive thing you still have in your house? The most expensive thing I still have in your house is this ban that I'm giving you right now because you directly violated what I just said a million times. Because it's priceless when I get to ban a piece of human shit who's trying to fuck with me. So fuck off and don't come back.
But that's not true. And Titan Ice Lab says, well, that makes the game sound like it's successful. If right now, if you're on this stream and you're watching me play this, you're like, man, this game isn't really what I like. I wish we were playing Street Fighter right now. Then tell me that and support it. Be like, hey, so I love your channel. I love your content. This game's just not.
If you're sitting here thinking, wow, I don't like this game. This isn't what I want. Well, support me and tell me. So in other words, just give you money anyway. Even if you don't like what I'm doing right now, just give me money because I'm me, I guess. That is some wild shit. Well, you might not like what I'm doing. You might not like the whole point of the stream, but like, come on, like, my electric bill ain't gonna pay itself. So, why don't you send me $5 to tell me that you don't like the game? The audacity. Whew. Sweet, merciful Jesus.
for me, but hey, this is for what I like. Like, for example, this is what I just said the other day when we were playing.
Oh, so every day we just have to give you money and tell you what we like instead. Hi, Phil. Here's $10. This stream super sucks, but I like when you do blah, 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 blah. What? I know you're not playing this game that I really, really like, but here's $5 just to tell you that I don't like this game you're playing. I like the other game that you play. What? Thanks for the 5, honey. I appreciate it. Just give well, hope you can make it tomorrow. Maybe make a joke. I'll leave a $50 hole in my wallet for you and move on. Look, don't get me wrong. Those things are funny. And that is more, it shouldn't have gone as hostile as, oh, well, you're going to come and pay me my money tomorrow, right? Like, this dude owes Phil anything, first of all. But in all fairness, the guy just should have kept his fucking mouth shut. Don't tell him, like, oh, I'd give you $50 if you play Street Fighter. Yeah, I've never seen that fucking douchebag give any money during Street Fighter. So his name I know who he is. He's in Phil's chats a lot, but I haven't seen that dense fucking name pop up on my radar for a $50 tip or a $50, like, what the fuck ever. I remember the big ones. I remember, like, the big, like, the obvious, like, fake tips and, like, the big super chats, like that fucking retard that donated for the stupid, the stupid football soccer animation or whatever, that cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs or whatever the fuck his name is. Like, I remember those things. I ain't never seen this guy giving out $50. So it's like, don't bait this sad old man. Just be quiet.
A Hellmart. A lot of people seem to want me to play Hellmart, so I did, but then the stream didn't do particularly well. And I was like, well, then if you like Hellmart, support on another stream. Maybe you're just going to make it to this stream. Support on another stream and say, hey, I like Hellmart. This is for Hellmart, right? Then I would know. But if you don't do that.
That's true. Phil might as well just say, quote, pay me for existing, end quote. Yeah, that's basically what it is. Well, it's okay if you don't like this game. You could send me $5 or $10 anyway and tell me what you do like. Like, you might as well, like, you're asking for everyone to, like, tip you $1 and tell you, like, what their favorite color is or something.
How on earth would I know what you guys really like or don't? That's a good point. I need to know that. I need to know what people want. I need to know what people want to support. Not that I just take a million shots in the dark and people randomly support and then I don't know.
Merle, thanks for the 220. This is for the next time you cover the casino. Fuck the SP. I'll keep that in mind.
What's working and what's not.
Yeah, if everyone would just like to send a $2.20 contribution and tell me what it is that you do like, or hell, tell me what it is that you don't like, or your dog's name, or your favorite color. Like, I can't, like, just give this guy money for anything. Did you have soup for lunch? Send him $2 and tell him about it. Were you running late for work? Was the traffic bad this morning? Well, fuck, give him $5 and tell him about it.
Right? And yes, every fucking idiot over on Kick opened their big fat fucking mouths to complain, right? Yeah, I know. At least I agree with Titan I Slap there. On YouTube, at least I can talk with people and we can be like fair about it, matter of fact about it, and we can talk about stuff. On Kick, it's like talking to a bunch of animals half the time. I'm serious about that too. Like, on Kick, they just act like dicks on purpose. Like, oh, we can't actually talk about this. Immediately, everyone erupt with insults to Phil. Here we go. Thank you, Habib, for gifting a member.
Ben, I think deep down he's dauntingly aware that, like, he's long since expired. Like, his sell-by date is, like, over. I think he knows. But the thing is with, for like 18 years, maybe not the full 18 years, but for a decade, I would say, there's always been a whale. There's always been somebody. For a long time, it was 1 Minute Man. For a long, long fucking time, it's been Ryan. So I don't know. There's always been somebody, and he's just conditioned to that. And you can be conditioned to fucked up things. So, Senior Chewy, thanks for the 5. And while you're at it, give me money saying you like blueprints so we can bring it back into the rotation, guys. I don't want to snort. It'll probably make me start coughing, but I appreciate you.
That's actually our first membership of the entire stream. I appreciate that.
I haven't had a tip in like over an hour and a half, so thank you at least for something. I appreciate that. I'm pretty slow today.
Well, everyone, if you are here on YouTube and you are enjoying the vibes of the stream, if you could like the stream for engagement purposes, I would appreciate it. That does help me, even if you don't like the game.
Don't say like the stream for engagement purposes. It sounds so douchey. That's so, like... And since you're here today for the employee handbook meeting and everything else, make sure that you like it for specific business purposes. What?
game selection, all right? Liking the streams does give engagement and does have...
And he's not the only YouTuber that does it either. I'll watch YouTube videos and they'll be like, you know, leave a comment. It really helps me in the algorithm, or drop a like on the video because it really helps push me in the algorithm. Like, how about just like the video if you like the video and comment if you have something to say? Don't say, because like I say, it's not just Phil who does this. A lot of people do too. And that irks me. Don't talk to people about the algorithm. Don't talk to people about shit like that. A lot of people who aren't like full-time YouTubers don't even know what the fuck that means. I guarantee, especially like boomers and shit, like boomers don't know what the fuck that means. If I asked my parents right now, hey, give me a like, it would really push me in the algorithm. They'd be like, the what now? Huh? Crazy Cat, thanks for being a member for 10 months. I appreciate you. The logic of pay me no matter what is as intelligent as stuffing crayons up your nose until you taste purple. Purple is my favorite, I gotta say. Well, thanks for the 220. Longtime fan since Heavy Rain.
People find the stream, so that'd be great if you could do that. So thank you for that. Then I received a $5 anonymous tip. And they said, you can read this if you want or not. I'll read it. I skimmed through it. It seems fine. So I got a $5 anonymous tip. And they said, sorry to see the stream is going slow today. I am enjoying Dragon Quest playthrough, although I'd like to see you play something that you genuinely enjoy and you're having fun playing. Chin up. Sorry that this isn't much. Again, I don't want anyone to ever apologize, say, oh, it's not much. Dude, anything on any stream is appreciated.
But you say shit like that. You'll go, well, we've only made $32. We got a few, like, you know, we got a few small tips, a few small super chats. So, like, you've shit on it before. What was it, $5? You've shit on $5. So, like, what are you talking about, dude?
Always. There is absolutely no reason ever to be like, oh, I'm sorry, it's not a lot. That's not the point. It's not. I'm not looking for someone to come in and drop hundreds of dollars. That's wild.
Yes, you are. Of course you are. You absolutely are. On Friday, you begged 8 times to see the $100 animation that you just stole from somewhere. And I had to brighten it up to see what it was. I didn't even know what the hell it was for a second before I made the video I posted on my channel. I had to take the shit and brighten it up and like figure out what the fuck it was.
I'd much rather have people come by and give a little, and it adds up because so many people are enjoying the content, you see? So no, you don't ever have to apologize, right? Okay? So, and I just leveled up. Now,
yeah, you don't have to apologize. You just have to feel ashamed of yourself, you broke, pathetic bitch. Now go make daddy more money.
I am enjoying myself. I like the game. What I'm not enjoying is that in general, the audience isn't enjoying the game. Like,
are you only working like 40 hours a week? Don't you think you could do a little bit better than that? Do you have any, could you sell a car? Do you have a house that maybe you could put up for sale? Like, do you need 3 kids? Come on, you know, surely we could find somewhere so that you wouldn't look like a fool only giving $5 on a live stream. Kind of looking broke and poor. Like, I wouldn't put it past him to say shit like this. Normal Jinx, thanks for the 5. I appreciate you. Pay me no matter what, Mr. Corner Desk in the middle of the room over here.
It's one thing if I like a game, but if I see that my audience doesn't like it...
It was a soccer field, not a football field. It looked weird to me.
That's disappointing to me. And that's what I'm seeing right here is that in general...
And then I think it was Duty's video. He said something about it sounds like someone shouting like goal or something. So I went back and I listened to it, and it does sound like that. I don't know if that's like what it is for sure, but it does sound like someone's shouting goal.
The audience has been complaining all day about the game, saying, play anything else, this is boring, we don't like this. And that drives me nuts because, again, I grew up playing JRPGs, right? They're in my blood as a gamer. It's something that I want to do, and I've told you, everyone always said if you had full control over your content, like if you weren't reliant on this as a job, right? What would you change about it? I would play more chill JRPGs. I love these fucking games, and I can't play them because I can't get an audience to come and engage and support them. I just can't, and I don't know what I can do to change that. What could I possibly have done differently today to make this stream appeal to a wider audience? The problem is
maybe not bitched about money like the entire time. That might have helped for some folks.
Okay, because of the bullshit attached to me on the internet. Okay, the bullshit that I can't help, and you know I've tried my best to change. I tried my best to improve, to make this a better atmosphere, to stop being toxic, to improve the setup, to do everything I possibly.
Good job not being toxic anymore, I must say.
You can to be a better creator, right? It doesn't matter. The stigma follows me no matter where I go and what I do. I can't shake it. So the people who want chill gameplay don't...
Well, maybe don't talk like this. What do you mean that, like, the stigma and everything follows you? You're still acting like this. This was yesterday.
Come to DSP Gaming. They come to DSP Gaming because they think there's going to be drama today. There's going to be trolling. There's going to be him raging at a game. And there's going to be this. I can't get the chill people to come watch, even though I'm making chill content. You see how frustrating?
No, because who would show up that has never been here before? If I had never been here before and this is what I heard, who the fuck would stay? Tractor Simba, holy fuck balls. Big up, Sonny. Thank you for the 10 gifteds. I appreciate you.
That is for me. And that's something that's not in my control. It's not at all. There's nothing I can do about it. So all I can do is try to appeal to that audience and say, listen, if you guys do show up, I'll make the content that you like and you want. But, you know, And then Pepe says, you make $100,000 a year playing games. You're a fun.
You do make $100,000 a year. I don't know. You might not this year. I don't know.
Make money playing games people support. That's how I'm able to make a living, because I play the games that people will actually support. That's how it works. That's how you make a successful business. You don't run a restaurant selling food no one will pay for, right? Same thing as a streamer. You have to stream the content people will pay for. You're telling me that I can't play this game.
Okay, so don't play it anymore, but you're going to play it again.
I don't know what else to do, right? See, well, that's the problem. Lalafell says, well, maybe you should just enjoy the game and forget about, income. I'm not at that discretion right now. Maybe if I were bigger, if I had thousands of viewers a stream,
But you're so successful. Didn't you say just that the other day? Everyone thinks I'm poor. I'm not poor. But now I thought you were the master of your own destiny. Hasn't that been like the whole big shtick lately? That, you do what you want, I can't do Cartman like to save my life, but I thought you did whatever you wanted to do because you were like a grown-ass man, but now you're saying that you can't do that.
was making big bank on everything else that I was doing, then I could do that. But I don't. I'm a small-time dude. I mean, look, I have 200 viewers on YouTube, 100 on Kick.
I can't imagine why companies don't want to work with you.
If that. That's not me. I'm not giant immune to stuff. I don't make FU money. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
But you did say that you were immune. You said that you've survived everything. And you're still here and you're not going anywhere.
I really am a working class streamer here. I'm happy and grateful that I make what I make, but that means I have to make intelligent decisions about what I stream, or else I can't keep this going. It won't work. And I don't want that. I'd much rather be able to do what I love, even if it means I can't play every game that I love. In general, I'd like to at least be able to do what I love for a living.
I don't need to be Mr. Popular and be making $1 million and getting hundreds of thousands of views on every video I put on YouTube.
So I'll split the part here. When we come back, there'll be one more hour of Dragon Quest VII here on today's stream. We'll see how far we can get. Okay, folks. So yes, it is time for a break. When we come back, we'll see how we can do here. All right, at the end of the stream. I don't know. To be honest, I'm not feeling too positive about it. It sucks. All I want to do is play this game and chill with an audience. I can't get enough of an audience to do it. The people who come here are looking for a certain kind of gameplay, and if they don't get the gameplay they want, they either troll the chat or they...
Right, I think like, I don't make fuck you money, but fuck you, I'm not poor. But I mean, what I mean to say is, I still need your support. Oh no, don't call me poor. Like what? Just like how he does positive content until he wants to shit on Wings or LTG or Review Tech or Duty or other detractors or Kino Casino. Then he can do whatever the fuck he wants. But then when he doesn't do that, he makes positive content. It's the games. It's this game. It's that game. That's just what it is. We go back and forth and roundy round with this shit.
Say, oh, I'm bored, and they leave, and they refuse to support games that I like this one. Not saying every game is that case. I'm saying this particular genre just doesn't do well, and that's what I thought was going to happen. Like, weeks ago, when everyone was asking me as I was finishing Clair Obscure, hey, Phil, do you think you'll play Dragon Quest VII? That would be cool. And I was like, I don't know if I can. I don't see how I can. And then I said, well, I'll just give it a try. I'll take the benefit of the doubt, and okay? All right. Let's go on a break for about 10 minutes. When I come back, we'll chill for a little bit, and then we'll start again, and we will play for at least another hour. We'll see how it goes, okay? Again, if you like this content, if you like JRPGs, now would be the time to support one so I can keep it in the rotation, all right? In the meantime, enjoy some highlight clips.
Oh my god! What the fuck? Whoa! Whoa! Don't lose him. What in the fuck was
I love LA Noire.
that, dude? Holy fucking titty twisting! What the?
Whoa! Damage one of the wheels.
Whoa!
Break it. Slow the thing down.
Whoa! Whoa! Okay.
Oh my god! What the fuck? Whoa! Whoa!
Yeah, it looks like the whole chat was this idiot while I was gone, huh? Yeah, he's a fucking moron. And people are, why does Phil ban so many accounts? Yeah, I wonder why. You take a look.
Fun fact, it took him 5 hours to get through the demo of the game. I assume you mean of this game. He should have just played the demo to experiment with it, but nope. Buys the full game and then the deluxe DLC afterwards. Oh, fuck.
Did you take a look at the chat? That's why. The deranged. Because the deranged people, that's why. All right, well, we're going to continue for about another hour till around 4 p.m. Let's see how it goes. If people are here and chill and
the game that brought us X to doubt
engage and support, I may keep this in the rotation. Right now, it's not looking good. With the fact that ever since I started playing the game, we made about $25. I actually made half of what I made already just from the early show. And so much constant complaining. I just don't get it.
So much constant complaining. I just don't get it. Pyro Frost. Holy fuck. Thank you for the 10 gifteds. I appreciate you very much. My goodness gracious. Thank you.
Is why people ask me to play this. Like, I knew.
But hold on. Flag that play. Stop. Who asked you? Like all 3 people?
I told you up front. I said, when I was playing Clair Obscure, I said, I don't think this is going to work. If people don't show up for RPGs, why would people show up for Dragon Quest VII as much as I want to?
I don't remember what you said during Clair Obscure. I refuse to watch.
Play it.
That is, without a doubt, the most boring shit you've ever done. Was
yeah,
that
people
Clair
persisted.
Obscure
I said,
thing.
no, you should play it. You should try new things. This looks good.
Okay, so you're at $60 right now. Okay. So like what who told you to play this game? Like what, like 3 people? So if 3 people wanted you to play this, $60, like you should fucking be happy and go home. You know, right? This is just shy of like $20 a person. Like you did good. I think $20 is a very nice donation. I think that's a very generous donation to get from somebody, $20. So
All right, guys, let's continue.
like, let's not act like, 250 people told you to play this game. Now you're at $50 and you're like, what the fuck is this garbage? Why? He consulted the voices in his head. Then this man needs to be checked for schizophrenia.
Hopefully, we will get some support for our JRPGs in this last hour, and if not, I don't know what's going to happen with this playthrough. Let's be honest. I think you all realize I can't have a game in the rotation that's pathetically slow.
Well, it doesn't sound like anybody cares, honey. So you threatening to wage quit it, nobody cares because no one's here. No one's here. Everyone's just fucking kicking your shit in and clapping your cheeks. So no one's going to care if you drop this game. Maybe the 2 people who wanted you to play it. But again, honey, they might just be trolling you. Don't you think it's weird that these games like consistently don't do well and people keep asking you for them? But you keep biting on the hook like a big dumb bass every time? Maybe trolls are telling you to play the games, honey.
Every time I play it, and we have everyone complaining. Okay? No, Rose Diamonds. See, here's the thing, and this is what people aren't listening to. And it's not you. I'm not complaining to you. I don't want to play Neo 3. I have explained probably 27 times since people asked me to play the Neo 3 demo. I have no interest in playing Neo 3. I played the first 2 games. The second game was boring, and people hated it. And I don't want to play any more Soulsborne Souls-likes. I'd rather just play the real thing.
Okay, well, how about Iron Lung? It's really big right now from the huge success of Markiplier. What about the 15 games that you said you were going to play for the marathon on Friday and the ones that you didn't get to? You said you were going to play some Fears to Fathom. You said Iron Lung was a possibility. Of course, we knew that you weren't going to play that because you're super bitter and butthurt about, Mark's success. So you could do something. You could do something else.
So right now, if you were to say play Neo 3, I'd say,
why does he listen to anyone other than his whales? Because Iron Cuck is a huge fucking troll. That's why. Because Iron Cuck had fuck you money and just said stupid shit. I don't think Ryan cares about the games. Ryan is just in love with Phil and will show up randomly during any game to do whatever. I don't know that Ryan is legit, I think, one of those people that just likes Phil and doesn't really care.
hey, no, forget Neo 3. Let's play Dark Souls 1 or 2.
That's just it. The games don't matter. It's whose line is it anyway? All this shit is made up and the games don't matter.
With mods on my PC to make it a new game, because then at least I'm playing the original and best version. I'm not playing some new version of a one that I'm not interested in. You know what I mean? I'd rather do that.
That's what I heard. That crypto crashed and Iron Cuck's a crypto, what's it called? A crypto bro?
Just don't want to play Neo 3. If I force myself to play it, I'll hate the playthrough. I'll rage at it and suck at it. And the only people who will benefit are my trolls who will say, yay, we got our rage bait clip. That's it. So that's why I don't want to play Neo 3. I have no desire to play it whatsoever. It has nothing.
So you didn't play that and played this and ended up crashing out and getting belligerent and shitting on people anyway because they weren't giving you money for this, but this was what you wanted to play. Man, you really should have just bent the knee and taken that $50K from Keemstar, bro.
To do with, oh, I don't know if people will support it. I just don't care for the game. You know, I'm not going to force myself to play something I know I'm going to hate. So I hope that makes sense, right? No, not thin ice. In fact, you're going to catch a ban for even saying that because there's no thin ice. She asked an honest question, was trying to be supportive. And
thin ice.
I'm answering honestly. That's not thin ice, you stupid idiot. What an ass. Well, Kazik says, do you think RPGs would do better on a late stream? Audience is older and working during the day, case for me at least. I've tried this kind of RPG on day and night streams, and I'm sad to say it just doesn't really matter when I play it. You know, the thing is, here's the thing. If I'm on a day stream, right? Typically, I'm either going to be doing a podcast or I'm going to be doing a DSP morning show before. So there's even additional support that comes in for that I count towards the game, and it still doesn't work. You see? Like, on today's morning show, there was something like 20, 30 bucks of support before I started playing this game. And I'm counting that towards the stream, and we're still at 50 bucks. So I don't think anything's really going to help these games at this point, besides people understanding if they want them, they got to be here to support them. And I don't think it's happening at this point. You know, it sucks. Guys, hope you're having a good time. Again, if you are, please like the stream. Liking the stream helps for engagement, and if anyone could go above and beyond and support in any other way, I would appreciate that. Really slow night for support, which is not a good sign for this kind of variety game. You know, I'm enjoying myself, but I'm probably not going to be playing this long term if people don't support the streams, just being honest. Typical average gamers, that's impossible. He says, what about using Patreon to do playthroughs of games like this where people can actually specifically pay to have a private playthrough of it?
Yeah, he already scammed people that way. No double jeopardy here. He only does one scam, and then once that's over, it's done.
The troll said, the day I opened my Patreon 11 years ago, the trolls outright said, if you ever try to paywall content on Patreon, we'll immediately become a member. So one person would pay like $5, and we'll just go and we'll rip all your content, put it all over the internet illegally because we don't care. We'll break the law. So I can't do private content. It's not possible. Even
But why would the people? Okay, so a detractor or a troll, what have you, would become a member and take your content and then like rip it off, obviously, and blast it and show it to like other detractors and trolls and larpers. But your fans shouldn't be watching trolls and detractors and larpers, so they wouldn't see it. So they would still give you money too, in theory.
here, like members only content, they'll just pay for everyone to have a fake membership that's worth less than a penny, and then you'll have 1,000 people who have access to the content and I make no money on it. So I can't do, sadly, the things that other people do because of the way that people behave towards me. It sucks, but there's nothing I can do about it.
Kind of sounds like a big bunch of garbage. Kind of sounds like you already scammed the fuck out of people on Patreon and you know better than to go back there.
There's no such thing as a private stream. The only way that you could do a private stream, I believe, would be members only, but then, like I said, you can't do it on YouTube. The members can be bought for less than a penny. That's the problem. All these paywall solutions and things don't work. They don't. Okay, Amber, there's an enemy right there. So to address what this person said, because I don't know how to say his name, NFUKSQ. So they said, could Dragon Quest be a stream that doesn't get supportive views? Are there steady as 200 for a stream? Here's how it works. Yeah. I was a streamer who was bringing in thousands of viewers a stream, who was making all kinds of revenue behind the scenes on residuals. If I had brand partnership, if I was making all of this extra income, then I could easily play whatever I wanted and not give a crap about what comes in on any individual stream. But I'm not a small-time streamer. I don't know.
Oh yeah, he's a small-time streamer. I appreciate you, memology, but I'm just going to go on ahead and skip that part. No hard feelings.
We had dead stream.
You have a great channel.
No Doc Space.
No, he's not banned from Patreon. In fact, his Patreon is still up if you would like to go and become a patron.
We're not bringing back goals for any game.
Funny how that works, isn't it?
Because it's all or nothing when you do something like that. It can't be like, oh, this particular game will have a goal on stream to continue it. Others will not, and no, we're not doing it. Boomer Spooner, if I killed games for not making $150, we wouldn't be playing this again today. We wouldn't be playing Hellmart. We wouldn't have played any of the indie games that I've been playing. Should I continue? We wouldn't be playing most games. It's completely false. You're just an idiot.
What a fucking idiot.
Sorry, you're so stupid.
Oh, look at that stiff upper lip while he tries to save face. So brave, King. So brave.
Listen to the Stalking Tiger. Stalking Tiger.
Here we go. Here it is. Stalking Tiger with the $19. Oh, it was a super chat, not a tip. Doesn't matter. Okay. I probably got confused in my own retardation. So here we go. This is supposedly the comment that like broke this man's soul. I want to see it.
Just did a $19 super chat and says the following. I hope you continue this game since you're refusing to play Neo 3 or Yakuza 3 Remake. I view you as my employee. If you play good games, you'll get more support. Stop playing boring indies. Ay. Yeah.
Ooh, that got him. Oh, that got him. He doesn't even know what to say. Oh, he doesn't even know what to, he just like shook his head. He doesn't know what to say. He doesn't know what to do. Like, yeah, that's right. Dance for nickels, you stupid fucking gorilla. I'll pay you when I want to pay you. And guess what? You'll fucking like it.
That's right.
Oh, he doesn't know what to
Those
say.
horrid, boring indies that no one likes and I get no support for, right?
Oh.
Thank you, Stalking Tiger. I like this game and I want to keep playing it. I do. I really, really do want to keep playing it. I want to keep it in the schedule.
Yeah, but just because you like it doesn't mean everybody else does. Like, who the fuck are you? Listen, employee, you got to do what your fucking bosses want you to do. Your bosses are the ones with the purse strings. You fucking retard.
Oy. Thank you, Stalking Tiger, for the super chat. Biggest super chat of the day. Okay.
Shocker.
Good graces before you know it.
You see, this is the double-edged sword of being a
Stalking Tiger has been a consistent dolphin donator too. It cut him good. It did. It shut him the fuck up. When something stops this man like dead and he can't, there's a good tell when he gets cut, when he gets hurt real bad. When he shakes his head and he goes, oh boy, I don't even know. And like he'll drop his head like into his hands and everything. He legitimately has no idea what to say. I figured this out a long time ago. When he has no idea what to say, when he has no idea what to do, he'll shake his head and drop his head into his hands, or he'll say something like, see, I just, people are crazy. I don't know about people. And you can tell that like he's rocked. Fatal, thanks for the 3 bait taken.
variety streamer. I always have something to stream. I'm never bored because there's always stuff to do. At the same time, everyone has
That's why you like fell asleep during Yakuza and shit, because you're never bored.
different tastes. Everyone. So you'll have people who like the indies and people who don't like them, people who want RPGs and people who don't want them, people who want fighting games and people who detest them. And if you can't get the right
Can we watch it again? We can absolutely watch it again. Yes, I think we can. Let's watch it again. I agree. That couldn't have been better. Actually, you know what we're going to do? Well, not that, but I'm an idiot. You know what we're going to do?
Sorry, you're so stupid. So listen to Stalking Tiger. Stalking Tiger just did a $19 super chat and says the following. I hope you continue this game since you're refusing to play Neo 3 or Yakuza 3 Remake. I view you as my employee. If you play good games, you'll get more support. Stop playing boring indies. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah. That's right. Those horrid, boring indies that no one likes and I get no support for, right? Thank you, Stalking Tiger.
Oof, that took him a minute. That took him a minute to recover from. Oh my goodness.
JRPGs here on DSP Gaming, for goodness sakes. A call to action. Call to...
Oh, I was told to skip the call to action because it's obnoxious. I agree.
And tip me. Say you're an idiot and you accidentally tip me by accident.
He does. If you don't listen to him at 1.5 when you're used to him at 1.5 speed, he sounds drunk and like he's had a stroke. He goes so slow.
And then no one would know who you are. There comes a liar now, of course, because trolls are desperately afraid someone would actually contribute. They go, well, Phil will dox you. He'll get all your information if you tip it completely false. But, you know, they've been spreading this insanely false narrative for years. They're just assholes. Well, it appears no one heard the call to action. I guess I wasn't loud enough. A suit of scale armor? Ooh, that's got to be good.
Womp womp, you suck.
Good. Oh, you know what? This is actually the perfect place for us to stop, because now we have the save point, right?
He pretty much quits, like, not long after that. Yeah, there's not much left in this clip. So I appreciate memology. So what I want to do quickly here is then go over to, bear with me while I grab this clip. I want to go to last night's Daily FAP. Because, oh my God. It is 12 minutes.
Good evening, everyone.
Quiet, you. Quiet, employee. You work when I say you work. Okay. So this is the Daily FAP. Oh my goodness. And then we're going to go hang out and see what he's doing over on Rawphil.
Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Monday, the 9th of February, 2026. A great stream.
I'm glad he says the date. I won't even lie, annoying as it is, because I always want to make sure I got the right one. So we're good.
Streaming day. A day of variety and fun yet again. A day of one stream almost not doing well at all, and then by the end doing pretty good, and another stream absolutely doing amazing. And developing news.
I agree. The sodium here is overwhelming. I think this is where I think he says, kiss my hairy ass. He literally starts like, now remember, this is the Daily Wrap, so he's not live when he's doing this. This is a video that he could do a second take, a third take, a 14th take. He can edit things out. And this is what is live on his channel. Granted, it probably only has like 400 views, but this is what he chose to post publicly, openly. And as I clicked on it, it's still up. I didn't like download it or anything.
Therefore, we had something very important to talk about on today's morning show, so you're not going to want to miss it. So let's talk all about it so you know what went down. First off, today we had a breaking news story to talk about on the DSP morning show. Discord.
Oh yeah, Discord shit the bed. I don't even know what I'm going to do with mine anymore. I'll have to have a meeting about it because I don't even know if I'm going to keep my Discord if it keeps shit in the bed like this. We're moving on.
Combat. The plot advanced in a huge way where we had two major developments. We were able to get on a boat and sail around and then get into the next major area of the game. And overall, I do really like this game. I think that it's typical Dragon Quest fare. Already there's an interesting mechanic with possible time travel and stuff like that, which is always something that's crazy about Dragon Quest. It's never really super straightforward, but there's also some like scientific or supernatural twist to the plots, which is kind of weird. It's not just dragons and swords, and you know what I'm saying? So far, I like it. But herein lies the challenge with Dragon Quest VII. It's turn-based. It's a JRPG. It has an art style that a lot of people are saying, oh, it's kiddie, even though it's Akira Toriyama, the guy who made Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. People are still saying things negative about it simply because of the way that it's drawn. And to be frank, it's disheartening and it's frustrating because, as you know, I am a big proponent of JRPGs. This is one that I've actually never played before. And the fact that now it's a modern game with these gorgeous visuals and gameplay mechanics and music, I'm loving it. I'm 6 hours in, but it's so hard to get the audience into it. Not to say that it's hard to get the audience. We had over 200 viewers on YouTube and over 100 on Kick today, but to get these people to actually engage with the content is a nightmare. Everyone, well, I say everyone, most people on Kick just sit there whining the whole time that they hate this game because it's a JRPG and it's for kids. On YouTube, there are a good 20, 30 people who are liking the game and engage well, but sadly, the support is just not great. Today, 2.5 hours into the stream, I'd raised $50. Okay? Now, basically what happened was there was a last-minute rallying, and people were like, well, this sucks because we know Phil likes this game, and he wants to keep playing it, and there was a rallying, and by the end of the stream, we had over $100. That's good.
Maybe because you berated them for 90 minutes, and they just got tired of hearing about it. So, like, 7 people came together and gave you $5.
good, especially for a JRPG like this. But the problem was, I basically had to, at the very last minute, at the end of the stream, keep appealing to the audience. I had to keep doing a call, right? A call to action, as they say. I even joked about it. Call to action, everyone.
A beg. It's called begging. When you're like, please, for the love of sweet God, give me $5.
One call to action to see if people would support this game. I shouldn't have to do that. You know, if there's people out there that like
If Discord moves forward with this in March, yeah, I agree. And they'll probably, something like that will probably happen. I'm certainly not doing it. So yeah, I won't be. I won't be on just not that I use mine much anyway. I really don't, but we got to cross that bridge when we get there. But yeah, it was interesting.
JRPGs, I would hope they would show up to the streams and support them. It's just not happening. This is 2 streams in, and already it almost was a disastrous stream when it came to support. So the thing is, I want to keep playing the game, okay? And I am going to keep playing it. I want you to understand something. There's basically 2 ways that we can make this work, okay? Way number 1 is very simple.
Remember, this is pre-recorded. There's no one live to hear him. And he basically, this is the really wild part right here. He basically says to you, okay, asshole, this is what they're going to, this is what we're going to do. This is what I am demanding that you do. We're going to sit here and talk about this right now.
I need more people to come to the streams, engage, and support them. If that doesn't happen, all right, it's going to be very challenging to continue to play Dragon Quest VII as a playthrough, all right? The other way is another simple fact. If all the other streams that I'm doing do really well, then it doesn't really matter that Dragon Quest VII is the slowest stream of the week. And in fact, some people had proposed that and said, is there some way that you could just accept the fact that the game will not perform well on stream? But, you know, and I said, well, here's the thing. I'm not a giant streamer, okay? I don't get thousands of viewers on my streams. I don't get crazy residual ad revenue on my videos. I don't have partnerships, sponsorships, and
He keeps going, okay? Yeah, okay, you understand? Like there's somebody else there. This is recorded, not live streamed.
you know, product placements in my content. I'm solely reliant on stream revenue for the vast majority of my content. Yes, there's a little bit of ad revenue behind the scenes on YouTube, but I need the streams to do well. So if every other stream I'm doing does well, you know, if the Hollow Knight streams, if the RimWorld streams, if the Street Fighter 6 streams, if the other games, for example, Hellmark and this new game we're going to do tomorrow, Crizzle, if all of them do well, then yeah, I can accept it and be like, all right, there's going to be one game that I play. It's going to be slow and there's nothing I can do about it. But that's the situation I need, and that's like a perfect scenario. I'm not really there yet. You know what I'm saying? Like every day when I stream, in general, I know that certain games like Hollow Knight has been a really staple winner for me. So has RimWorld. But it's not always a guarantee. We've had slower streams of those games. Street Fighter so far has been a big win for me since I brought it back a month ago. That doesn't guarantee that it will continue to be a big win infinitely, right? So the way I see it, yes, for now, let's keep Dragon Quest VII in the rotation with the hopes that all the other streams will do well. And if they do, even if Dragon Quest doesn't do amazingly well, we can still keep playing it. But the ideal state would be that people actually do come and start to support Dragon Quest VII. All right? So let's see what happens. The gameplay was good. It was sound. It was fun. I hope that you'll watch it. If you like these JRPGs, it's good.
Well, you got about 40 minutes of that stream yesterday. So I will leave it up to you to say how fun or not fun that was yesterday.
Good stuff. I actually really like this game. And I do want to continue playing it. Of course, already morons clipped the crap out of the stream.
Here we go. Again, remember. Remember that he has all the time in the world to go through and edit this, to rewatch this, go, ooh, that part doesn't sound so good. Oh, this part isn't so nice. Ooh, maybe I shouldn't say this.
It up, threw it onto live stream fails on Reddit. And there's, oh, look, he's begging again, blah, blah, blah. These fucking limp dick losers who can't fucking make a dollar for themselves in anything they do in life think that they're going to come there and criticize me and the way that I stream. They can kiss my hairy ass. I am successful. I know the formula for success. It's working. There's nothing they can do about it, no matter how jealous or pissy they are about it. I don't care. Okay? So I don't give a shit about what they say. But what I do care is what about my viewers say. I want to keep games in the rotation that I like. This is one. Please, if you can, support this playthrough. And if you can't, support my other playthroughs so that way I can have the one game that's slow. All right? Fair enough. There will be more Dragon Quest VII later this week, I believe on Thursday's daytime stream for the record, okay? Now, tonight's late stream was RimWorld, okay? All I'm going to say is, you guys last time convinced me to up the difficulty to strive to survive. This game has gotten exponentially harder since we did so, okay? I'm trying to do stuff, and as I'm trying to learn stuff, like how do I recruit or tame a certain animal so that I can bring them to my base and have them be a pack animal for me later. So
no one cares about this part.
there was a couple real big nail-biting moments, and then on top of all of that, there's some research stuff that we've been working towards the last few RimWorld streams. Come to find out, I can't use any of it because we needed more components that I don't have, and I'm like, oh, it was so much wasted time. So yeah, it was a great stream. By the way, attendance is not the best for RimWorld. It's not. We don't even have 200 viewers on YouTube when I play RimWorld. But the outstanding thing is that the engagement is sky high, where I got a ton of people who are all actually very interested and invested in the gameplay.
They're just hand-holding him through because he doesn't know what to do. I don't know that hand-holding is necessarily, if I could English, that'd be great. I don't know that hand-holding is necessarily what you'd call interest, but I mean, it's there.
and the support is stellar. We made over $200 tonight on RimWorld.
Except when he got stuck at $75 and a very, very random, anonymous, of course, $75 tip came through with a very boring, generic message of, this game good. Keep playing this game. Good job, Phil, or whatever the fuck it said. Yeah. I question the validity of that highly.
And herein lies my point. If we're going to have slow streams of Dragon Quest VII, if we can be sure to pair it with amazing streams of RimWorld like tonight, then I don't have to worry about it. But it's not a guarantee, you know?
Then why is this fucking thing like 12 and a half minutes long?
So let's see. I hope it continues. RimWorld was great tonight. I hope you'll enjoy the gameplay. It will continue again on Thursday night. And we have a lot to, like, I'm not even kidding you. We left the stream. My base is a bloody mess. There's dead bodies and pools of blood everywhere that we need to clean up and recover from. Oh boy. So yeah, it's definitely got way more intense since we upped the difficulty. Okay. So overall today,
Totally legit and not suspect at all. Anyway, that's it for that. I don't give a fuck about anything else he had to say. I just wanted to hear the part where he flipped out, lip dick fucking losers, blah, 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 blah.
And there was a Halloween marathon.
Hold on a minute.
Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap.
Stop it. We did this. Stop it. Stop it. I just need raw fill. There we go.
Hour of playing it.
I hear some salt and some cope. I don't know what we're going to get here, but we should have skip juice aplenty. Sorry, I came in on a very good, wow, dude's been here for a minute. Holy crap. Sorry for that. Here we go.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the DSP Morning Show. How y'all doing? I hope I find you well. Today is Tuesday, the 10th of February, 2026. Welcome to DSP Gaming, and today is a brand new release. If you're not aware, today we're going to be checking out a new game by the name of Crizzle Theater of Idols. It is a survival horror game that plays from the first-person perspective. It plays like an FPS, but has interesting gothic horror elements, like using your own blood as ammo for the guns, which is kind of weird and creepy. The best comparison that people have made is that it's kind of like BioShock, but I don't know if that's accurate. I haven't played it. I've only seen the trailer. It looks interesting. You know, it does. It looks like something a little different, definitely different than stuff that we've been playing recently, and that's a good thing. Variety is always a good thing. So I'm excited to jump into that for today.
Yeah, he showed up on Livestream Fails again yesterday for that fuckery that was that shit during that Dragon Quest stream.
Okay, on the first stream right here after the morning show. And of course, tonight's late stream is the return of Street Fighter 6 and Dalzim, who I've not used since I returned to Street Fighter 6 a month ago. All right, so I'm excited. Oh, thank you for feeling the love and sharing the love early on here, Michael. I'm excited to jump back to Street Fighter 6 tonight. So, shout outs to Emperor Ferbs, Pizza Time, Michael, of course. The question, can I
I'm not doing dented roll call.
ask an important question, but go for it. Transgender Asian has now gifted a sub on Kick. Thank you for the gifted. That's now our first sub and our first Kicks on Kick for the day. Thank you so much for the early support. Thank you, thank you. Grandmaster Scrub, how are you? Good to see you. Why am I gay? Because things are good. Generally, you are a happy person when things are good, and things are going good. This year so far, we've had amazing games, a good variety of games, and I'm able to play all of them because of my new strategy and the amount of support that I receive. The streams go well, lots of interaction, lots of support, so yeah, that's why I'm happy. How am I? I'm good, Max Change. Thank you for asking.
Ha 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 ha.
Very nice.
Wow, dead air already, huh? This isn't starting off so hot.
Okay. Dragon Quest 11, it's always been like that. Like, that's always been a thing in Dragon Quest. So, that's why this game being a throwback Dragon Quest 7, when the current one is 11, that's why it still looks like that. I mean, it's the art style of Akira Toriyama, the guy who made Dragon Ball. So how people don't get that, I don't know. I mean, even a game like Chrono Trigger, to some extent, had that kind of hyper-accentuation where the bodies weren't exactly proportionate to how they should have been in real life. So far, I'm liking it, but man, it is hard to get an audience that will engage with this game in a positive way and to support it. Good news is, by the end of yesterday's stream with Dragon Quest 11, we still had done like over $100 of support, and I was happy with that. But here's the deal. I like Dragon Quest and turn-based RPGs. I would like to keep this game in the rotation, even if it doesn't do super well. But that entails that all my other stuff continues to do
You can fake a tip to play it like you did last night.
well, right? So the perfect example here is yesterday. The Dragon Quest stream didn't do amazing, but the RimWorld stream way overperformed. We had great engagement and really good support, and it's like, well, if we're going to get that for the other game on the days when I'm playing Dragon Quest, then it's fine. You know what I mean? Like, it'll all even out. If Crizzle does well today, if Street Fighter does well tonight, if Hollow Knight continues to do well, then it's not a big deal that I have one particular game in the rotation that's not doing great. And that's how we can handle it moving forward. But of course, ideally, the best thing would be if the game did well. You know, like if people did show up, engage, and actually support with Dragon Quest VII, then we wouldn't have the issue at all. So let's see what happens moving forward. All right, I am going to
If you got $100,000 for show upgrades, what would you change? Was the super chat.
play Dragon Quest VII again this week on Thursday, right? I think it's Thursday's daytime stream. So we will continue, and hopefully it will continue to get better. Maybe we will get more of an audience. I don't know. But let's see what happens. Okay, I'm not going to go crazy. I'm not going to drop the game or whatever and be all negative about it. I mean, I'll be honest. I do wish I could get more people for it, but what can I do, right? Okay, some shout-outs to do, I think. Yes, so first we got a couple tips. I received a $5 tip from Clout Siffler. Let's go ahead and play an animation and see what Clout has to say. Let me get to my tips animations here. Thank you, Clout. Our first tip of the day.
Hello?
He says, happy Crizzle release date. I'm very excited to play and watch the game. If you enjoyed classic horror games from the PS3 and 360 era with a tinge of Bioshock inspiration, I think that you'll enjoy the game a lot, especially for the price. Have fun. Important to note, Crizzle is very inexpensive, which I thought, from what we saw of this game, you know, watching the trailer, it looks like it's a AAA game. Seriously, it does. The graphics are good, and the gameplay looks really sound, so I thought this would be like 40, 50 bucks. Dude, it's like $17. I got it for 15 because...
Another whopping $120 in fake support from Anonymous would keep RimWorld and Dragon Quest in the rotation. And then this fucking King Michael retard. At DSP Gaming, this Timothy Sags is a troll. And then this guy says, yeah, Queen Mike, I think DSP can figure that out.
they have a bundle to bundle it with Blasphemous 2, and I already own Blasphemous 2, so I got it for $14 and change. What the hell? Like, that's really inexpensive. I'm shocked it's that cheap. I'm gonna guess it's probably on the shorter side, okay? Now, that's okay. If it is on the shorter side, not every game has to be insanely long, okay? So I'm all right with that, and let's see how it goes today. I think it's going to be an exciting playthrough. By the way, after I do shoutouts, I want to talk about some other games that are either out or coming out, and I'm going to address them, because I know already I'm going to get asked questions today about them. Okay. Someone tipped $2.01, says, please don't give up on Dragon Quest VII. The game will get incredible in a few hours. When you're calling it the greatest JRPG ever made, rivaling Clear Obscure in writing. I don't believe that. Some people like it, some people don't. I know for a fact it's going to feel more like a legacy JRPG because the older Dragon Quests all kind of follow a similar formula of they start off feeling like typical fantasy fare with dragons and magic and swords and chivalry, but then they turn into something a little different. Like there was one Dragon Quest game where you would travel across dimensions. And now in this one, it appears there's going to be...
At DSP Gaming, what's the point of playing notifications after saying that you received a dono? It defeats the point of using pop-up notifications. He can't use pop-up notifications.
a time manipulation mechanic.
Not for his tips, anyway.
Which I didn't understand at first, but it was apparent on yesterday's stream that that's going to happen. So there you go.
There we
Thank
go,
you for
indeed.
the $2 tip there. Anonymous tipper. Okay. Oh, I received a $2 super chat from Fish Tank Big Boss, who asked if you got $100,000 for show upgrades, what would you change? Oh, that's an interesting question. If I got $100,000 and it was only to upgrade the equipment, okay, what would I upgrade?
He'd buy $4,000 worth of garbage and give the rest to Scopely.
Okay, let's think honestly, all right? First off, this desk is fine for where it is and for the current setup, but ideally, I would basically move my whole entire set over to that side of the room, okay? I would probably get a much better desk because this desk is not great. It's kind of a cheaper desk. So I'd probably get a more professional level desk that is bigger, maybe...
So another desk. He'd get another desk.
Actually has the height adjustment feature that this one was supposed to have, but it was cheap. It wasn't ever going to work. So probably actually real wood instead of fiberboard. Okay, get a better desk. I would probably get a much better chair. This chair is just okay. All right, it's comfy. Don't get me wrong.
$300 chair.
But it's not a super ergonomic chair. You know, they have chairs out there that are like $1,000
Almost a $300 desk.
or more. And those chairs are meant for all-day comfort. They're really expensive. I would probably get a much better chair since I sit in this thing all day long. Okay? Now, if I were moving the set over there to the other side of the office, I would probably...
Which you could, and you don't actually need money to move.
Redesign that entire wall. I would probably have it look very visually appealing, whether I get, you know, more soundproofing or something that looks good. You know, they have all these backdrops. You get wood.
So more toys.
You could get ones that have, like, fancy actual, like shapes and things that bend the light well. So I would probably change the whole backdrop of that wall over there to look much better.
So more lights and more toys.
Outside of that, honestly, I would definitely get another PC for capture and streaming. The reason being the one I have is fine, but when I bought it, I didn't
Another computer, again.
realize the limitations. Like, I can't even put an internal capture card in that thing, which is stupid. Like, I thought I could, and I can't. I would buy one that's, like, super high-end that could put an internal capture card in it so that I can actually do everything at the highest quality. Right now, can I capture and stream at 4K? Yes, but I cannot capture and stream at 4K and then also co-broadcast to 2 different websites. I can't. Imagine if I got a super high-end PC that could do that, capture and stream in 4K, and I could co-stream at 1080p to Kick and 4K to YouTube at the same time. That would be sick.
You don't need to capture and stream. Streaming captures it.
I would want that. I would also want to use an internal capture device that can have every single feature. So I can do 240 hertz on this monitor. I can do G-Sync on this monitor, things I can't do with my current capture device because it's an external one because my PC doesn't work with internal capture cards. So that's just a few right off the top of my head, things that I would do if I had unlimited budget to upgrade the setup, okay? Some of those would be a big benefit to you.
So another desk, like we didn't just get one. Another chair, like we didn't just get one. More lights, more toys, and then an actual better PC, which is probably what you should have put the money into, and not a desk that essentially trapped you into a corner because it's going the wrong fucking way.
Example, obviously, if I was doing 4K quality, okay, you would see the benefit immediately, right, in the content. If I were to move from here to over there, I'd
Yeah, except you would still suck ass, and that's like the problem here.
have more flexibility in where I could move and things I could do on the set. It would actually be even more professional because that's actually a much bigger space over there against that wall compared to what I have behind me here. And the desk could be like twice the width over there. So there's a lot I could do. I could have more stuff behind me. Basically, it would be much better if I was working from over there. But right now, just not a consideration, okay? So there you go.
Okay, guy.
good.
Whatever you say.
Okay, so there you go. All right, so today we are going to be playing Crizzle Theater of Idols, and I'm excited for the game. Hopefully it ends up being good at kind of a,
Bun in the oven, Linda Smoked is their name. DSP Gaming, you just admitted again that you bought your Lemon Gaming PC when you said before it was donated. Why do you lie about everything?
an interesting, combination of survival horror, Bioshock-esque kind of gameplay. People are
Why would it cost money to move your desk?
saying it could be 8 to 10 hours, and someone said it was 10 to 15. So it's not the longest game, but at the same time, it sounds like something perfect for the schedule right now, so I'm excited for it, okay? Now, this is not the only game that is coming out this week, all right? In fact, there's another game that came out today that so far I'm not really interested in putting into the schedule unless I hear from you. The name of this game is Mugenics, okay? This game is from the same developer who made Super Meat Boy and Binding of Isaac, all right? So obviously, the game has a pedigree, okay? And the game, you know, to be honest, probably plays well, probably is lengthy and has a lot of content, okay? But you might say, well, why am I not checking out Mugenics today? Well, number one, I have a bunch of games in the schedule in the rotation already. Think of it. We're already playing Hollow Knight. That's doing well. We're already playing RimWorld. That's doing well. We got Dragon Quest VII in the rotation now, which I'm hoping will do well, but we don't know yet.
This isn't like a full podcast day, is it?
Okay, Street Fighter 6 has been doing well, and we're now trying to play Hellmar. So with those games in the rotation, I can't really be throwing another game into the rotation right now, and I had to choose
Well, you'll wage quit something eventually. You'll have room. You'll have room. Give it like 3 or 4 days.
between the two games coming out today, and I'm looking at a game that's really awesome graphics, gothic survival horror, gore, Bioshock-esque elements, scary but fun, versus a game with a bunch of mutated cartoon kitties with puzzles. And I would like to say something.
There is nothing wrong with kitties. I want to say something, and he's looking at the chat. So you know that whatever this is, supposedly we're only getting a morning show today, which means at noon he should have this shit wrapped up, but I don't know.
All right? And listen, whatever floats your boat, to each their own, whatever your preference is, that's fine. That's the beauty of life, is that there is variety, okay? And that is a good thing. If every game was exactly the same, then everything would be boring, right? But here's the thing about me and what I choose to play and what I choose not to play, okay? First impressions are pretty important, all right? The first moment that I saw Crizzle, I was like, whoa, visually stunning, right? Scary, but wow, the art design is kind of fun and unique and interesting. The game stands out, looks like it's going to be scary, but also fun to play, almost like Doom-esque combined with Bioshock. Looks good, right? The first moments that I saw Mugenics, I was like, what the fuck is this? The game looks weird as shit. Again, it looks like a corrupted cartoon, like someone drew it when they were high. It's not even clear what the gameplay elements are. The introduction trailer that came out was some kind of like really bad comedy that wasn't very funny. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, what is this? I didn't even know at first glance this was from the makers of Super Meat Boy and Binding of Isaac at all, but it definitely is that kind of art style, right? So allow me to explain what I mean by that first impressions are everything. So
We don't need to know. First impressions are everything that we know, and you don't know what they are because you don't have, you don't do that.
with you and it appeals to you, you're probably going to be more interested in wanting to play the game. So when I was looking at the new games for this week and I'm looking at, oh, Crizzle, wow, look at this. It's like breathtaking. The world design, everything is so detailed, nuanced, horror, and it's interesting, shiny, flashy, gory, scary, cool. Mugenics. Looks like someone took a picture and like crumbled it up and shoved it up their ass and shat it out. Here's Mugenics. It doesn't look good. It looks like a hyper-distorted cartoon. It looks fucking weird. So immediately I'm turned off. Like the first impression I have is repulsion. Like, oh, what is this? Why did they make the game look like this? And then they say, oh, it's from the same makers of Super Meat Boy and Binding of Isaac. And you're like, oh yeah, it kind of looks like that too. You're right. Those games also had weird, distorted, mutated graphics. Why did they make the game look like that? Now here's the thing. I get it. Variety is the spice of life. If everything were exactly the same, it'd be boring. And just because I personally look at a game like Crizzle and I'm like, ooh, flashy, I want to play it, versus I look at Mugenics and I'm like, ugh, creepy, what is this shit? That doesn't mean that that's going to be your reaction, and that's okay. I like the fact that everyone likes different things and has affinities for different things. And personally, if you really love Super Meat Boy and you love Binding of Isaac and maybe you played the shit out of those games, you look at a game like Mugenics and you're like, wow, that appeals to me. But for me, I'm the opposite. Like, I haven't really played much of those games, even though I know what they are. So for me, it just didn't appeal at all. Now, very much what might happen is people today will be playing both games, and people will be like, whoa, Mugenics is like super good. A gameplay loop is very addictive and fun, and you should play it. And if that's the case, you should tell me that, because I would like to play it then. Okay, I'm not going to be completely biased and say, oh, I absolutely refuse to play this.
I just looked at both of them. Mugenics looks far more interesting to me. The other one seems like fine, but Mugenics looks like more interesting.
This game simply because how it looks, but I'm just telling you my initial
Thank God he gave us permission to have our own opinions. He'll tell us they're wrong in a second, I'm sure.
impressions. I'm trying to be honest and transparent. It doesn't look good because it looks fucking weird. Maybe I'm completely off base and it's actually seriously good. And if that's the case, I would like to know that. So please share that information
So you're not going to play something just because you don't think it looks good? Huh?
with me for those of you who will be checking it out today. I'm not against bringing it into the rotation, you know, maybe even as early as next week, because for example, this Hellmark game is only like 6 hours long and we're 2 hours in. So we might beat it within another couple streams, you know, we'll have open spots in the schedule. So I'd be okay with checking it out then. There you go. Okay. So on top of that, all right, I'm curious about other games this week. For example, there's a new game from, is it Suda51 called Romeo is a Dead Man. Now I'm going to be honest with you. When I was younger, 10, 15 years ago, when I
Oh God, no, not 10 or 15 years ago. Please don't do this to me.
started as a YouTuber, these kind of irreverent, over-the-top, over-violent, over-sexualized, Japanese-style games from Suda51, they really kind of appealed to me. Like, I found they were interesting and fun. I've grown up, all right? So these kind of games now that are that level, I don't really care that much about anymore. So I heard this game was coming out, and I saw the trailer for it, and I was like, they're not really appealing. So, again, this could be another situation where the game actually is outstanding, but I just don't get it because it's not my style these days, but I don't want to miss it. So I would like to know, again, during the course of this week, as more people play this game, is it worth my time or not? Let me know, okay?
It's a really great excuse. So the mission of Romeo is a Dead Man, which I had never heard of till just now. So I looked it up, is to find his girlfriend, Juliet, makes sense, who has become a time-traveling entity causing havoc while also fighting other space-time criminals. So long story short, romance is yucky. So we're not going to be playing Romeo is a Dead Man because boo, girls are yucky, no girls allowed, and romance is gay.
Now, I can tell you right now, a couple games that I'm absolutely skipping. I am not playing the new Mario Tennis game at all. I have zero interest in the new Mario Tennis game. It's a full-price Nintendo game that is not worth full price. It's going to be another Mario Kart World situation where you end up paying like $70 for a game that has like not much content at all. I don't care about tennis. I played the last one and didn't like it. I'm not playing the new Mario Tennis game. So that one is out.
He skipped over this time saying that it was too difficult for him.
I'm definitely not going to play that game this week, okay? There's even another game on top of that.
I had to look up all of those games. The one that he's playing today, and then that Mugenics, and then Romeo is. I definitely do not have my finger on the pulse of like what games are coming out. Look, I get Resident Evil Requiem at the end of the month, and I get Leon, and I've been a Leon fangirl for like over 20 years. So I don't care about anything else personally. They all look interesting, you know, for sure. I would probably be terrible at all of them, as I'm hot garbage at most video games. But yeah, he's got this crazy thing right there at his computer. The same thing I have. It's called Google. It takes like 2 seconds.
Okay. Hold on, because I had to open. I guess I closed it. Shoot. Oh, Yakuza 3 Kiwami. I'm not playing that right now either. There's absolutely no
Well, thank fuck for that.
way, if I'm playing Dragon Quest 7, that I could try to squeeze a Yakuza game in there. It's just never going to work, okay? So that, I'm aware it's out, but I'm also not interested in that, all right? So please understand, I'm aware of all these games that are coming out. I know that they exist, but I just don't want everyone coming to the stream. Why aren't you playing this one? Why aren't you playing this one? There's good reasons, okay? We're going to start with Crizzle. I'm keeping my ear to the ground listening about Eugenics and about this Romeo is a Dead Man. If they end up being good, maybe I'll play them. For me, the next major thing in
He won't play that Romeo game. It's got girls. Girls are yucky.
February is on February
He might play the cute kitty one.
17th. My Virtual Boy should be here. I already paid for it. I ordered it, and Nintendo actually already created a shipping label for it. They just haven't shipped it yet. I'm going to do a live unboxing. We're going to hook that sucker up. We're going to plug in my Switch 2, and I'm going to play Virtual Boy games live on stream, which is probably going to be hilarious because the thing, you know...
Who asked for this? Nobody. Boo. Boo.
It's a monstrosity. First of all, it's not virtual reality at all. They called it Virtual Boy, and it has absolutely zero aspects of virtual reality. What it is a 3D console that adds a third-dimensional perspective to the 2D games that are on it. But they only run in black and red. From what I understand, they are going to patch it and add more colors, which is funny. Like, how many years later, now you're finally going to add different colors to the thing? So, I'm excited for that. That's going to be right around the middle of the month, the 17th. Okay, and then there's another game called Styx Blades of Greed, and I forget what that is, but I did put that on my schedule. And then, of course, the end of the month is Resident Evil Requiem. So we're going to keep playing all the games I'm playing and juggling everything we're juggling and going through there. And then if we need another new game or two, perhaps we will add in something. And then Virtual Boy stuff, and then Resident Evil at the end of the month. That's my February. Okay? Good stuff. One other thing, we already set in stone, the next marathon will be Friday, March 6th. It's going to be a Retrothon here on DSP Gaming. We're going to play old games.
Yeah, we have to suffer through Virtual Boy shit, and then we have to suffer through a retro Nintendo marathon.
But the question is what? Will it be Nintendo games? Will it be Atari games? Will it be one franchise, or will it be a wide variety? We haven't decided yet. That's what we need to start talking about and figuring out so that we can actually set it and plan it and start hyping it. I want to have this next marathon actually be something that we plan ahead and can hype up, as opposed to that last one. It was just so random.
Because for fuck's sake, I only made $450 on that last marathon, you guys. Jesus Christ, we got to do something.
No one really knew what I was doing, including me.
I mean, it was great. It was good. I'm nailing every stream. I'm great. I'm perfect. Everything's fine.
So it really didn't get much hype, right? So let's try to figure that out. What do we want to
He talked about it a lot, listed the games more than once.
do the first week of March, okay? Okay.
If he was smart, he'd lay off the marathons until his birthday.
Alrighty. Okay, folks, so that's the first stuff I wanted to talk about today. Next on the agenda, there's been an update on the new game, Directive 8020. This is the next game coming out from Supermassive Games, the makers of games such as the Dark Pictures Anthology, The Quarry, and Until Dawn. It's coming out now in May. I think it's May 12th is officially the new release date. This game actually was supposed to come out back in October, but it got delayed, and it's been a pretty big delay. I'm excited for it. A new trailer has released for it. We will react to that tomorrow on the Level 1 podcast. Tomorrow I'm going to do a formal, longer show rather than just this quicker show today, and we will actually react to that trailer and see what it looks like. All right? It's looking good. I'm excited for that. I like reacting to trailers, and this game is right up my alley with the horror-themed and, story elements where you can choose and try to keep everybody alive based on your choices. So that should be a good one. I hope you'll be here tomorrow on the podcast, and I'll react to that trailer. We have an update regarding a game that people have asked me about for quite a long time. It's called 2XKO. This is the fighting game by Riot Games. That's right. It is the League of Legends 2 versus 2 fighting game. For those who don't know, this game was announced 10 years ago in 2016. This game has been under development for 10 years. Executive producer Tom Cannon, who is one half of the infamous Cannon Brothers, the people who started EVO, the National Fighting Game Tournament Championships here in the United States, who used to run Shoryuken.com, the major website where everyone for fighting games would post and talk about their tournament results. Okay, so this guy is incredibly prominent in the fighting game community, and Riot handed the reins over to this guy to develop a Riot Games fighting game. Well, over the last 10 years, this game has changed form tons of times.
No one cares in the entire history of Everdom.
For the record. Okay, so they were assuming people were going to spend money on cosmetics and on downloadable content and on seasonal passes. They didn't charge people up front for this game. So everyone downloaded the game on PC from the FGC. They all played it for free, and they all criticized it and said, it's kind of weak in this regard and that regard. It's not a very competitive game. We want it to tweak. And, being that Tom Cannon is the executive producer and he understands, how the fighting game community works, he worked with them. He had the people who he had employed who were fighting game community people work with the FGC to try to get the game to be better. Okay, the problem was, because it was a soft launch, it never had a formal launch, it never had a full roster of characters, it always felt like the game was kind of in endless beta or endless early access. It never felt like the game actually was out, and therefore there never was a full-fledged push, there never was full-fledged advertisement for it. No one really even knew that it was out. Okay? 3 weeks ago, Riot Games released 2XKO on consoles. It was January 10th or 11th or something like that, right?
Okay. This is boring. Moving on.
Why are you doing that? Just make a fighting game that's good. It doesn't have to be Overwatch. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to basically sell the game just because of the characters in it rather than the game itself. And that's really what happened is they had the premise of selling a League of Legends fighting game, but they didn't have a game yet. They didn't have a concept of what it wanted. Is it Street Fighter? Is it a team-based?
Does he realize that everything he talks about is so negative? He never has anything good to say about anything.
Well, I never played them. Now the question is, I like that recommendation, but the question is, how would I play it? Is it available anywhere? Would it have to be some kind of extensive emulation that we'd have to research, okay? I'm not going to say
that we would have to research, bitch, that's on you.
No, I'm just going to say how, because I don't think that's readily available to download and buy and play anywhere, right? Okay, and let's see here.
I agree. He needs to skip the March marathon, let everybody cool out a little bit, and not do anything until his birthday in April. Because this one that he just did, fucking bust. I've never seen one not get $500. And that's before you fucking take out all the fees and shit, and he bought that food and...
Someone tipped $1.50 and says, is it satisfying to see a project developed by the Cannon Brothers fail, especially after their mistreatment towards you in regards to the rollback netcode debacle on SRK? It's crazy your critics...
Who cares? Stop sucking this dude's balls.
It's apparent we're not going to get crests, right? There's no crests in Hollow Knight 1. The crests were exclusive to Silksong. So it's not like you could get builds in the game. You have to build them yourself based off of, I believe, the charm. So that's interesting. Okay, good suggestion. Thank you for the support. And maybe tomorrow people will have some suggestions to help me figure that out. Okay, good stuff. Fed Roger says Overwatch 2 has rebranded now because of Marvel Rivals. Exactly. Competition breeds innovation, right? Overwatch got cocky. Overwatch got lazy. Overwatch lost their way and literally self-killed themselves. Marvel Rivals came out.
Yeah, that happens, doesn't it? People get a little too big for their britches and then end up destroying themselves, don't they?
Cool. Here we go. No, that's ridiculous, Doc Space Time. He says, Capcom's not the studio they once were. One flop, they'll probably go under. That's completely false. They have a lot that's going on over there. Seriously, they have, Resident Evil series that's doing ridiculous gangbuster sales. They've got Monster Hunter that's doing insanely good. And Street Fighter. So they've got 3 giant series right now that are all scare-filled, action-based horror games. When I went to play Fatal Frame, the fact that it's more of a slow build, will there be a ghost jumping out of the closet around this corner? And really, to be honest, not necessarily big action. It's more like, oh, there's a ghost. Get the camera, take a picture of the ghost quickly before it hurts you or whatever. But there's really not that much going on, right? Sadly, I hate to say it, it just didn't work. People actually outright told me that was the worst Halloween event I ever did because it was so boring. The game was not entertaining. And I was disappointed because I had planned it, did all this work to get it set up, bought the outfit and everything. So since then, no exaggeration, I have literally never played a Fatal Frame game ever again. And that was like 10 years ago. It really was. It was like a decade ago that I did that event. So since then, with all these opportunities and Fatal Frame games and stuff, no one has ever asked me to go back to Fatal Frame. Now, I'm well aware that Fatal Frame actually has a big fan base, and Fatal Frame does well, like in Japan, but for some reason, it just didn't work in my content. So if...
Wow, another game that didn't work. It's so funny. None of these games ever work.
That makes giant gourmet cookies of supposedly decadent flavor.
Oh, this is going to be crumble cookies for DSP Tries It.
So, for example, strawberry cheesecake. So it'll be a cookie that has like pieces of strawberries and cheesecake in the cookie, but then a frosting that's flavored on top of it as well, and it looks all fancy. So it's meant to be like a really high-end decadent dessert, and they only do limited time flavors. Like they don't actually have set flavors, but like anytime you go there, they'll have completely different flavors. So I'm sure right now they probably have one that's like Valentine's Day. They probably have one that's like chocolate because they also have like a staple chocolate. I bet they have one that's like a classic chocolate chip, but then they probably have one that's like a cake flavor. They always do stuff like that. So yeah, I'm basically just gonna buy like a variety pack, and we're gonna try pieces of like each of them and test them out and see if they're any good.
I don't know who voted for Crumble either.
Oh, let's see here. Would I ever get rid of the leaderboard? No. The leaderboard is a great way for people who contribute to my content to get recognition. Okay? I would not get rid of the leaderboard. It's something that's essential for a streamer like me. You need to have something like that. It's that simple. It doesn't hurt the content. I've now had it on screen since 2017. I'm not getting rid of the leaderboard. No.
You don't need it.
Is there a video game remake or remaster I wish would come out? Infamous.
Well, he really got burnt on that one, didn't he?
Can we get a dedicated intro and banner for the DSP morning show? If someone wanted to design them, sure. I don't have the capability
If someone wants to make them for me, yeah, sure.
to do an intro or a banner. I have no graphical design capabilities whatsoever. Like the best I could do.
We know you have no graphic design capabilities. We see what you do make.
We had a good chill time. We covered a lot of topics on today's morning show. Like I said, tomorrow we will actually do a formal Level 1 podcast. All right. We will definitely react to the Directive 8020 trailer. This Friday's Level 1 podcast will be a big one. Here's why. On Thursday, Sony is doing a state of play. And from the rumors and every information that's going
Congrats on trending on live stream fails again. The nice Chimchar.
out there, it's going to be over an hour long, supposedly. Okay? So yeah, we want them to understand it's going to cover a ridiculous amount of content, like all these games. So we will talk about and react to all of that stuff on Friday morning's podcast, on the Level 1 podcast. Probably going to be a big react show is what I'm guessing. So, Chimchar, thank you for another $2. I really appreciate that you just keep throwing me money for things I never read. Good on you, man. Thank you so much. Seriously, as soon as it says Chimchar, I just ignore the message and I just add it to the leaderboard. Thank you so much, man. For those who don't know, Chimchar is a really bad troll who tried to troll me by throwing me money for like 2 weeks now. And he got banned by a mod and he came back with another name just to do it again. I'm like, all right, I'll accept your money, stupid.
First of all, it's $2. You'll get $1 on March 21st. So, look out. I thought that too. I thought that Chimchar was banned. Apparently he was, and he came back again. Funny how he will ban people once that give him money, and then when they come back and keep giving him money, he won't ban them again. Don't worry, Phil. You won't read the messages, but I will.
Okay.
I thought that this was a good way for everyone to get recognition. I thought your leaderboard was a good way to get recognition.
All right, are we good? All right, folks. It is time to end the show. thank you for watching the DSP Morning Show. I hope that you had a good time with me here. And I hope that you'll stick around to check out Crizzle, which I'm about to check out in just a moment here. And I certainly hope that also we will have some fun Street Fighter tonight with Dalzine. Okay, that's going to be a fun one. And then tomorrow, there will be a level 1 podcast. So no morning show tomorrow. I'm sorry, guys. You're just going to have to settle for a full-fledged podcast in the morning instead. Much longer show. Chimchar, throw me more money. Thank you, Chimchar.
You end the regular podcast at 1 o'clock. It's 12:35. I mean, I thought this was supposed to be like the abridged version. I thought on days like this we'd get a break.
Mortgage your home and take out like a home equity loan if you wanted to do a larger contribution that I won't read. That's possible as well. It's a new thing. All right, everyone. Thank you for watching. See you soon. Peace out.
Ooh, got him.
The music's going crazy.
Big ups, movie
The
sign.
music's going absolutely nuts right now. All right. So here's what we will do.
Okay, so the shitty show is over. So let's just jump live.
At this.
That was close.
So your name is Gabriel. Okay. We could go that way. Can't go this way. We can't go this way. How on earth would we ever step over these barrels and get past this banner standard? I mean, you could never pass by that, right? So we got to go the other way, of course.
I mean, like, I don't understand. Like you say, don't get your hopes up about it being short. Like, just say we're back to doing a podcast every day. Because that's obviously what it is. We're just back to doing a podcast every day.
Stagecoaches. This is like reminiscent of like Dracula.
By the sun. It is huge.
It's huge. It's also decrepit. Look, it's all falling apart.
It doesn't look like it's falling apart at all. But okay.
By the sun. So he didn't say by God, he said by the sun. Does that mean something? Hold A to open the door.
Come on. Oh, just a little further.
Just a little further.
Okay, so it's just as dented and retarded as you thought it would be. In case anybody wants to play it, I'm not going to go any further into it. I'm not particularly interested in it, so I won't spoil it for anybody who is. That is going to do it for me, because he's not going to talk again now for like 86 minutes because he's playing the damn game. I appreciate everybody for hanging out today. Thank you very much. He's going to do a full podcast. I will stream tomorrow, like, if there's something worth talking about. I had to talk about, like, him making live stream fails again and all that Dragon Quest shit, because, oh, and the Daily Fap was just so salty. It was delicious. So I will play it by ear and try to post up as soon as I can if I am going to go live. Appreciate everybody. I invite you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that. But, like always, you don't have to do that if you don't want to. I'm not your mom. I can't tell you what to do. Take it easy. Big ups. And as always, stay toxic, my friends.